And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending time with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Realty. Always helping you win in your real estate deals. If you're buying, selling, investing, refinancing, we would love to talk to you. And our other expert contributors range from white collar to blue collar, all types of great businesses, attorneys, CPAs, financial advising, across the line to the white collar side where we have blue-collar companies, painting companies, home inspectors, roofing, all those great companies involved. So we want to be your one-stop shop here, everything in Tampa Bay, no matter what you're looking for out there. Think of us as your local resource. Don't go online and hit one of the search engines. Call us up, 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com, 917-1894, consumerqb.com. Dominick Rock back in studio with us. He's the area manager, First American Home Warranty. We're going to talk with him about some of the new EPA regulations, things happening in that space, as well as we're going to get into a conversation around the Tampa Bay Rays. A lot of uproar in the community about who pays for the stadium and who, should taxpayers pay for the stadium or should the billionaires kind of foot the bill on their own? We'll see. We have Russell Peach joining us in studio as well, second half of the show. Peach Painting, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And let's give a quick shout out to our friends at Patriot Mobile, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Patriot Mobile. And they are America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, Patriot Mobile, partnering with the Consumer Quarterback Show, patriotmobile.com/consumerqb. A couple of hot listings, then we'll jump right into it here. We love to feature our listings on air as a way to help our sellers sell faster for more money with less headaches, maximum exposure. Matter of fact, I just got a new graphic from our office. I think we're in the top 100 out of all brokerages, real estate brokerages in the United States. That was a text that came through from Lindsay here. So, Consumer Quarterback Show, 100 East Shell Point Road. This is a commercial property. This one's in Ruskin. Very interesting, unique property, 6,700 square feet in Ruskin, Florida, 100 East Shell Point. It's a half-acre lot, RTC1 zoning. You got a two-story commercial/residential building, multiple income streams here coming in from your rental incomes. You have a recently renovated as well. Great opportunity to buy real estate. 100 East Shell Point Road in Ruskin. I think this could be a great business where you have a kind of a work share space. You ever see those DRok where you have the, kind of work share? You got one attorney, or a couple different attorneys, different categories of businesses, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love that place.
So come in. Yeah, they come in. They share referrals. They have a workspace. The owner's making money per desk or per office, however they want to break that down. So there's a commercial property in Ruskin. Let's look at 10001 Waterworks Lane, Riverview. Another commercial property / residential. This could go either way here. It's a 2-2, 1765 square feet. You got 2 acres on a lake in Riverview. Private, 2 acres of land on a lake in Riverview. 10001 Waterworks Lane in Riverview. The owner currently is utilizing it as a office for their firm, and it could be easily remodeled to the buyer's specifications. And you also have a separate detached 2-car garage. You can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. You can see all of our radio and TV show expert contributors. Link over to our YouTube channel and check out our social channels at consumerqb.com. All right. Shout out to our veterans out there, all of our active military troops around the world. Appreciate you. Thanks for all you're doing out there. And welcome back in, Dominick Rock.
What's going on, sir? I'm glad to be here once again. Excited, about the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
And speaking of veterans, we actually do give a sweet veteran discount, $75 off of any home warranty. So hit me up if you know a veteran.
There you go.
Yeah.
Veterans get a discount. I love that.
Yeah.
We hook them up too, take care of them on our team, the Platinum MVP team. So Dominick Rock, he's the area manager for First American Home Warranty. He's on social media at Warranty with Dom. For those that don't know, what is a home warranty?
Well, a home warranty is very simple. Is a service plan between a warranty company and a homeowner, and it's not homeowners insurance, so doesn't protect against the natural disaster stuff, the wear and tear of your appliances. So all the high use appliances that all of us use in our home is going to protect against those items.
I like it. I like it. And there's a lot to go into the contract law. It seems like the contract law is always kind of evolving. We just had a recent, mastermind meeting at our office about it. There's some things that you can do in terms of including these home warranties in there for protection. Talk to me about that. And also, I want to get into the EPA regulations as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all about making sure, we're doing the best we can to include home warranty the transaction process in general. So, just making sure you're mentioning it, in the real estate transaction is really just like, it's rudimental stuff, but it can become something that can, be just a lifesaver for the homeowner. And, really, it comes down to the person just making sure that they, beyond the closing, they're not just concerned about, putting them in their dream home, because it becomes a nightmare if they don't offer something like a home warranty, because obviously this is going to be the most expensive purchase of their lifetime. So making sure you offer a home warranty is really just a realistic secret weapon.
Yeah. Most of the time, it is the biggest investment, right? It's the biggest purchase, and they'll do it maybe a couple of times in their life, 3 or 4 times in some cases. But when you think about the EPA regulations, what that does, it's a refrigerant phase out as well. So that's driving up cost of HVAC repairs, replacement costs on refrigerators, things like that, fridges. And when you think about the litigious nature of the American consumer, right? I mean, every year we do at our group over here, Ubaldini Group, we do a risk aversion class. It's a mandatory risk aversion class that the ownership says, hey, all of our realtors, and we've got about 400 realtors throughout our organization, that it's 4 or 5 hours out of your day once a year to come and learn. And the number one thing they show you, the very first thing they show you, DRok, is they say, did you know the number of lawsuits against realtors? And one of the number one Googled terms in real estate is how to sue my real estate agent. So you've got to back yourself up. Yeah. And so what you're saying is, by positioning yourself as the educational realtor, the realtor that's going to provide information, offer the home warranty, that's one way to do that.
Yeah, no, it's big time. It's not title. It's not something that's actually required. It's optional. But you get, especially maybe a newer realtor who's just not mentioned it at all. That's where you get the issues with it. Obviously dragging that through litigation can be crazy. It's very, very tough. But honestly, it can just really make the broker have a bad name, a bad rap. So they start filing all the complaints against the Florida Commission, things of that nature. So obviously you don't want a bad reputation when it comes to not mentioning something as simple as a home warranty.
Yeah, just mention it and offer it. And sometimes you put it in the pre-listing as well. You write it up. Hey, seller is offering a 1-year home warranty, a 2-year home warranty. And then that way the buyer comes in and they understand that, especially a first-time buyer. I just spoke with one yesterday that, thank you very much, was a radio call-in. They said, hey, I'm looking to buy. My parents listen to your show. They said I should definitely talk to you. I've got friends that are realtors, but they recommended I talk to you. And I greatly appreciate that sentiment, because that is, that speaks volumes. I mean, we're on the air here every day, 6 days a week, talking about real estate, interviewing attorneys, interviewing home warranty companies, contractors, roofing, inspector. We've been doing it for 13 years, by the way, so we're a little new at it. As far as the radio, we've been in real estate for close to 30 now. Wow. But that means a lot when we get those calls. Yeah. And it was a first-time buyer. So to the point that we're discussing is that, those hidden costs sometimes, especially if it's a first-time buyer on a limited budget that doesn't fully understand, number one, closing costs, buyer prepaids, all of that. Yeah. Secondly, they don't really probably understand how to work all of the aspects of the home, right?
No, they don't. Not at all. So, yeah, it's really, honestly, man, it's just a peace of mind for the homeowner. It's a peace of mind for the realtor, just to make it a part of their process. And, we talked about this before, as a new homeowner, obviously they've been renting for years. And so they've been relying on maintenance crew to come in and fix it. So when they get in a home, they all that responsibility is transferred to them. So why not, I kind of, continue that experience with having someone who's an expert and come in and helping to fix any issue, any mechanical failures on these important items.
Yeah, I love that. So if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rimes. We're talking with Dominick Rock, Area Manager, First American Home Warranty. And so my wife's in a meeting. She just texted me this information. So the Real Trends numbers just dropped. Our group, the Ubaldini group that we're a part of, is ranked number 102 in units and number 165 in volume in the entire nation. We're in the top 500, top 102 in units, 165 in volume. So the top 200 in both. That's out of all brokerages in the entire United States. And then now here's where it really matters when you think about on the real estate side, the list price to sell price ratio. So the MLS average, meaning if I listed my home for $100,000, the average MLS agent is going to yield $95,200.
Oh, wow.
Our market center is averaging 98.7% of list price.
Wow.
So you list at 100, you're going to get $98,700, right? Shows. And then on a $500,000 house, that's $17,000 more than the competition. Median days on market, that's another killer, right? Days on market is enemy to your home's value. So days on market, the MLS average is 58 days. Our market center is 36 days.
Wow.
So we're selling 22 days faster. So those are some pretty awesome insights. And Dominick, when people think about the home warranties, what are some of the other misnomers? What do you see? What do you see as kind of a misnomer out there for people?
I think the big misconception, honestly, is they're not really sure what it covers. A lot of them think it's bumper to bumper, right? In terms of we're a code, so basically, think of it like this: we're a co-sharing. So.
Yeah.
Put it like this: a homeowner by itself does not have the negotiating power to negotiate with a contractor, right? So, but of course, most people think they can, but then they find out the retail value of something is just astronomical. So that's where we step in at. We have the negotiating power to help with those costs. So a lot of people think that they can go ahead and negotiate with it, or they can go outside and get their very own contractor. Let us step in. Let us be that that negotiating gorilla for you, if you will, to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. So a lot of people think that they can go out there and just talk their own contract and get the best value, and we're probably going to be their best bet.
Yeah, that's going to help a lot. It's going to have you help with the buying power, and the relationships that you have. Yeah. Dominick Rock, Area Manager, First American Home Warranty. This is another big story in the news. Tampa Bay Rays. There's a controversy here in Tampa Bay. You got the Rays. Everybody seems like most people want to keep them here, but do we really want to pay for the stadium? Well, here's a recent article that came out. Taxpayers don't want this. Residents react to funding source details for proposed Rays stadium. So if you haven't heard, DeSantis outlaid some land over there by the current Raymond James footprint with the Hillsborough Community College. So Hillsborough County outlined how the county could potentially pay its portion of a new Rays stadium in Tampa. The commission meets Thursday. So what's happening here is you've got, for example, Commissioner Joshua Wostel, who's been on this show. He's a friend of mine. He says, I have to rescind all the positive things I've said about the new Rays ownership. This is them now asking literally for your property. They weren't. They said that. I saw an interview where he said it to his face, referring to additional cash reserves option. He told Aid on Your Side Economic Development Reserves, R3M appropriations, catastrophic and disaster reserves. So essentially, what they're trying to do also is this is another controversy, is they're trying to access community investment taxes, known as CIT.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is where they're getting a legal opinion on if that could be utilized. So it's another fund over here that maybe should go to roads and sewers and water abatement. I mean, let's face it, we got hurricane season coming up again. So, that's the challenge, at least a lot of people I've talked to have when it comes to billionaires and these millionaire owners asking the people to pay for a stadium. Yeah. And our friend Danny Alvarez wrote an op-ed. He's the state rep in the Tampa Tribune or Times, whatever they call it nowadays, recently as well, about, hey, I think people are taxed enough already. We got economic hardships coming out of COVID still. But Well, you have any thoughts around that, Dominic, or you want to stay away from that topic? I get
No,
it.
no, I love it, man. I learn a lot when I come on this show, man. It's some just brilliant stuff that comes out, conversations. Why? I mean, listen, it's always important to know where your tax dollars are going.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are passionate about their sports, right?
Yeah.
So you probably have mixed reviews. In terms of the stats, we don't know really where they're coming from. But I mean, honestly, it's all about just staying educated on where your tax dollars are going.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, yeah, people are going to get disgruntled if they feel like a billionaire is just, taking advantage of them once again. So no, man, I think if people just educate themselves about what's going on,
yeah,
and not being just reactive but proactive about the tax dollars and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I hate when you have these conversations with people. You have these politics conversations with people and they have no idea.
Yeah,
who
they're misinformed.
They're misinformed,
or uninformed at all.
Uninformed, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So just educate yourself about the tax dollars, and you can be really a educated part of the conversation.
Yeah, and at least if you do get the tax dollars, don't charge me $18 for a Bud Light or whatever. Come on, cut me a break. How about some popcorn at $1.50? I don't know. All right, quick break. Right back. Dominick Rock on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Area manager, First American Home Warranty, coming up here. Follow us online at BrandonRimes1 at CQB Show, and we'll be right back after a quick break.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Are you a W-2 wage earner making $100,000 or more and feel like taxes are crushing you? What if you could legally reduce your W-2 income using real estate? With strategies like real estate professional status, short-term rentals, high earners are saving tens of thousands of dollars per year. Join us for our workshop and learn how to keep more of what you make. Wednesday, May 6th at Crown and Bull. Mark Hay and Brandon Rimes will be hosting a financial advising workshop for W-2 earners making $100,000 or more. Wednesday, May 6th at Crown and Bull, Main Street, Dunedin. RSVP by calling or texting 813-917-1894. It's a free event. We're going to buy you appetizers, and your first drink will be provided by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. BRimes at KW.com, 813-917-1894. BRIMES at KW.com, 813-917-1894. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894. consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our No Money Down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894, BRimes at KW.com, and that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894, BRimes at KW.com. All right, let me tell you about my friends at Bayview Paints Plus, top-tier window, solar panel, and gutter cleaning, Christian company with godly morals. Find them on Yelp, Facebook, and Instagram at Bayview Paints Plus, or call 813-917-1894. Window cleaning, solar panels, gutter cleaning at Bayview Paints Plus, 813-917-1894.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rimes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back, Consumer Quarterback Show. A couple of hot listings. We'll jump right back into it with Dominick Rock on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We got a listing on Foxdale Road, Lake Placid, 443 Foxdale. This one's a 222, 14 square feet, quarter-acre lot, open floor plan, natural lighting coming in, and you got a metal roof up there. Those things last forever, metal roof. 443 Foxdale Road, Lake Placid. Beautiful community. Lots of shopping in that community there, and of course, lots of lakes in Lake Placid. So if you're a boater, you might like that. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. Build your dream home on this vacant lot. You've got vacant land right on the Gulf, and it's a 0.37 acre lot. Call it a double lot up there on the Gulf. And you have one of the largest waterfront building lots in the area. 176 feet, a brand new concrete seawall, boat ramp that was recently redone as well. It's a boating community, of course, and a golf cart community. Hudson Beach, just a short golf cart ride away. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. You can see all of our listings, platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got Dominick Rock in the house. DRok, First American Home Warranty. What else is happening out there, man?
No, man, I'm just listen. The summertime is right around the corner, so obviously, me being in the warranty space, a lot of the claims we see have to do with HVAC stuff. Yep. So earlier we talked about the EPA mandate and all, and how they regulate the refrigerant and all that kind of stuff. So obviously last year the R410, just to kind of give you an idea, the R410 is the model number for it. R410 and then R22 is completely going to be phased out by 2036.
So the refrigerant.
Right? Yeah. So the current models are the R32 and then the R45B, 45B, and R54B. I'm sorry, and these are eco-friendly. And you talked about earlier how expensive these things get. So we have a no obsolete clause with First American. So if you have an older system that has the R22 or the R410 and it needs to be switched out, a lot of companies, they charge you a heck of a lot of money to switch it out. With First American Home Warranty, we have a no obsolete parts clause, so we'll switch it out at no cost because these things are very expensive. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that when it comes to partnering with us, because contractors alone are trying to mark up the price
right
when it comes to that old refrigerant, or if they have to switch it out for the new ones. So just be kind of aware of that.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of money when you have plumbing. They're in demand. They're in demand these days.
Crazy.
And you see that. You definitely see that trend. Hey, don't forget about our income seminar or W-2 investor seminar coming up as well. Are you W-2'd if you're making over $100,000 or more and feel like taxes are crushing you? Come to our event. It's May 6th, 6 o'clock, Crown and Bowl in Dunedin, sponsored by First American Home Warranty. We're going to show you how to lower your tax bill, build passive income, leverage real estate, and keep more of what you earn. And especially if you're W-2, we're going to have Mark Hay there, 21st Century Financial, of course, myself, and we're going to be discussing these strategies that can help you save a tremendous amount on taxes. Wednesday, May 6th, 6 o'clock, save the date, Crown and Bull, appetizers provided for you, first drink. We got Dominick Rock. Final thought, back to you, man.
Yeah, man, listen, guys, me being in this space, I meet a lot of people, I connect with a great deal of people, so, I get an opportunity to really kind of, spark great conversations with big wigs. So just make sure you connect with me, not just from a home warranty standpoint, but just from a relationship standpoint. And I'll get you covered.
Hit them up online, Warranty with Dom. Coming up next, Russell Peach Painting, back in studio with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rimes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back, Consumer Quarterback Show. Russell Peach back in studio with us. He's the owner of Peach Painting and Peach Flooring and a entrepreneur. We're going to talk about his business and what's going on in the painting industry, the flooring industry, and what is a rescue job. Have you ever heard of what is a rescue job? We'll discuss that here as well. We got a couple of hot listings here. Also, I'm up for an award, so I hate asking, but can you vote for me? Can you spend 45 seconds and vote for me? I'm up for an award, Tampa Bay Realtors. It's a Agent Choice Awards, Innovator Awards. So on our social media, you'll see links there to where you can vote for us. We greatly appreciate that. Send me an email if you want, BRimes@kw.com. I'll send you the link, BRIMES@kw.com. No spam, though. Don't give me the spam, all right? Russell Peach in studio with me. Give us a little teaser what we're going to talk about today, my friend.
Yeah, I see. Thanks for having me, first off, Brandon, and glad to be back here. And, rescue jobs, we see it all the time. Unscrupulous contractors out there, and some people just look for the quick buck and end up the homeowners unfortunately get the short end of the stick sometimes when they hire the wrong contractor. I know we talked on different segments about how to find that right contractor, but sometimes it looks good on paper and you find out the hard way of what can happen.
Yeah, so you gotta trust but verify, like Ronald Reagan said.
There you go.
Trust but verify, baby. So we'll dive deeper into that more with Russell coming up also, and his new certified with the good contractors list. What does that mean? That's really cool too. All right, coming up here on the program, I want to remind you about our W2 Investor Seminar as well. It's on May 6th, Wednesday, May 6th at 6 o'clock. Crown and Bull, come on out. Crown and Bull, Wednesday, May 6th, 6 o'clock. Come on out and join us. We're going to show you how you can figure out how to save a lot of money on taxes, legally paid less taxes, and a lot of people are feeling like they're being crushed, especially if you're W2. So come on out, join Mark Hay and myself, our financial advising expert, Wednesday, May 6th, 6 o'clock. We're going to buy you some appetizers, first drink provided by First American Home Warranty. And come on out, Wednesday, May 6th, 6 o'clock. Hope to see you there. All right, we always feature our real estate listings live on air, and it's part of a strategy that helps us sell faster for more money with less headaches. By the way, we have the highest list price to sell price ratios in all of Tampa Bay. So 9900 Island Harbor Drive, Port Richey. This is a beautiful property. Harbor Drive in Port Richey. This is a short sale property. So this one is one that you could buy from the bank. It's a renovated property, 9900 Island Harbor Drive. Now, this one's 432, 2,000 plus square feet, quarter acre lot, just under quarter acre lot. It's a short sale. So, yeah, it experienced some hurricane, flood damage, and it requires a renovation. But the idea is maybe you can renovate it, you can put some money into it, and then potentially renovate it and rent. You can renovate it and flip it. You can renovate it and refinance it. I mean, there's lots of things these investors do with that. 9900 Island Harbor Drive, Port Richey, Florida. Great opportunity. You got access to the Gulf of America there. No bridges, direct access. 9900 Island Harbor Drive, Port Richey. All right, let's take a look at another one of our listings here. We've got a lot of great opportunities for you. Vacant land, residential, commercial properties. 4925 North US Highway 441. This is a unique property. It's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2236 square feet, almost 8 acres of land. Owner says it's high and dry. It's B4 commercial zoning on the frontage. So you've got frontage that's commercial on 441, and you've got residential in the back. So you've got 2.6 acres of residential as well. Buy some more land, but the further north you go, you get a little more bang for your buck in terms of land, and to spread out a little bit, maybe let the kids run around on ATVs and four-wheelers and all that good stuff. 4925 North US Highway 441, Ocala, Florida. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. You can search the MLS there as well. And you can see all of our radio and TV show experts at consumerqb.com. This is God's country. All right, Russell Peach, welcome back in, sir.
Thanks for having me, Brandon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good stuff. So tell me about this. This is pretty cool. You told me you got it certified with the Good Contractors list.
Correct.
Why is that important?
Well, of course, the big piece of why we run the business that we do, the way that we do, why I've built the business based off integrity, is to rescue these homeowners. Like we, threw a little tidbit in earlier, is there's a lot of unscrupulous contractors out there. They just want that quick buck. They might be, just working for their next week's pay, maybe just want to pay next month's rent and then coast for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
We see those all the time. And the problem there comes is when there is a problem on a job, are those the guys that are really going to stand behind their name, behind their work? Do they even have a good name to withhold within the industry? So Good Contractors List, what it does is it's an insurance policy basically for every single one of our clients. We're actually the only contractor in Tampa Bay area to be certified with the Good Contractors List. Wow. What it will do for a client, it gives you complete peace of mind to do business with Peach Painting and Peach Flooring. They have a $25,000 guarantee on every project that we do. So let's say, for whatever reason, Peach Painting or Peach Flooring came in to do a project on a home, and we could not fulfill the contractual obligations. We could not do things up to industry standards, or we ran off with the deposit. Whatever crazy case scenario that you could think of from any of these contractors, this is a third-party large corporation that will pay you up to $25,000 to fulfill your project. So there's no risk.
I like that.
We were talking about rescue jobs, and within all that, if something like that happens, they get fully reimbursed.
Yeah, that's super cool, man. It gives you peace of mind as a homeowner. And there are a lot of these fly-by-night companies. You find it, and I think what happens is because a lot of times you got a lot of the folks from up north, our friends from the snowbirds, or they come down and they say, oh yeah, down here in Florida, I tell you, the contractor. You hear that a lot.
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
How many times have we heard that? But essentially, I mean, think about it. People, they do a bad deal in New York or New Jersey or Philadelphia, wherever they're at. They do a bad deal. They get caught in a situation they don't like, or they get a divorce, whatever it might be. They migrate to Florida.
Sure.
They start a new business.
Yeah.
They may or may not get the right licensing.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's what you got to be cautious of, Russell.
Yeah. And the biggest problem, too, is up north, they have a strict licensing policy, too. Down here in Florida, there's not a painting license. There's not a flooring license. There's nobody there to make sure that the contractors are doing what they need to be doing, like they do up north.
That's interesting.
So you can just get $500. You can open an LLC, get some magnets on your van, spend $50 on Vistaprint to get your business cards, and boom, you're in action now.
There you go.
And what's the problem there? Is the homeowner might not know any better.
Exactly.
And entrust you with maybe a massive project on most likely their largest investment in their life.
There's a lot of tricky guys out there. I tell you, it was funny because one of our guys, actually Fred Muth, he's one of our longtime friends of the show. He's with the Tampa Screens and Aluminum. They do a lot of they do the aluminum pool cages and patio lanais. He said he was at a networking event one time, and he goes, give me one of your business cards. Maybe we'll try to network with you. He said he hands him his business card, and the contractor number on the business card was his contractor number. So that's how he knew it was. That's how he knew it was fake.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, come on, these people are out there. You know, they're
scammers all the
scammers.
time.
And the big one we saw, especially during hurricane season, was these roofing contractors that come out and say, "Oh, give me a big deposit." They don't say that. They say, "Give me a deposit." The unknowing, unsuspecting homeowner. Many times it's a senior says, "Oh, sure, here's a check for $5,000."
Yep.
You give them that check, they don't even come back.
Yep.
They're supposed to tent the house or whatever.
Storm chasers.
Yeah.
And we're in 2026. AI is so big now. So guess what? That guy that you're referencing right there, he might have just spent 30 minutes on Claude, coded a full website, and boom, he looks legitimate. If they look him up online, he might have a full website, but he might have just built it last night.
Right. Yeah. So we're talking with Russell Peach here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes, and you brought up the AI topic. It's I'm so on some sides I see the value. I mean, we use it somewhat in real estate, of course, and it can help us with CMAs, marketing. You mentioned website. I want to ask you, how do you use it? But first, I want to kind of build a case against the data centers because we just saw Fort Meade, I believe, had a data center approved. The taxpayers, once the second round came, they said, "Wait, we don't want this here. This is." And I'll tell you why I'm somewhat against it, especially in Florida. When you look at the big data centers, number one, it's a big strain on the electric supply chain. the especially when it comes to utilities and the electrical costs. Number two, from what I hear, is that the water, it really drains a lot of water, and it's to where it evaporates the water. Like, it's gone. It's not just like it's back in the environment circulating through the aquifer. From what I understand is that it's gone. And then third, you're going to have, what happens is what tends to happen. I don't think it's happening now during the Trump administration, but you get a lot of the H-1B visas. So you get a lot of the folks from India or other countries. Not that I'm prejudiced against anybody from any country, anywhere, any skin color, any of that, but I'm pro-Americans more than I am foreign workers. So there's just a couple of things that come to mind, not to mention the fact that you'd have had some industry experts say that it could potentially come sentient and kill us one day.
Sure.
I mean, those are just a couple of ideas, but a lot of people are using AI. So, so the question is, as a practical business owner doing a lot of volume out there, how are you seeing AI utilized, and maybe how are you using it yourself?
So you brought up some really good topics, and to be honest, that's like a sustainability overview of total AI. Personally, I don't know if my business alone will be a large contribution to what you're referencing. So I guess I haven't really gone down that hole as much as you have there. But what I can say for us, we leverage it in any way that we can, because I know that it's 2026. This is what any larger corporation is running everything based off of AI. So we just want to be back to like why we run the business. We want to help rescue as many homeowners as possible. So if we leverage AI as much as possible, that puts our company in front of many more homeowners. So let's say, we use all of our call log data or all of our previous job addresses and find out where our hot zones are and run mass marketing campaigns around the areas of homeowners that are actually hiring us. That's something that we're able to do now with AI. We built out Claude AI, and we use a lot of it there. Nice. I just see overview. We have we want to make sure that our project managers are taking care of our clients whenever we actually make a promise during a sales appointment, and then our projects have to be fulfilled. So a lot of times we'll document everything with AI. We'll get job overview breakdowns. We'll find out if there was any problems with the client. How did our project managers handle it? Find out, give a full job scope to our crews so that there is no lack of clarity. Yeah. And I just see there's like 20 things that we can utilize AI. Yeah. Maybe even more on
almost every aspect, right?
Yeah.
Like from the incoming call. Yep. To the follow up. To the of course, the web, the internet. Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways, aspects that you can do, marketing. I mean,
and overhead costs too, because let's say like for our appointment setting team, if somebody calls into the office, we find out like, did they ask questions? Did they just laugh them off and hang up the phone? That's not a representation of our company. But if we didn't have AI tracking all that stuff, then we'd have to have a manual person pay them X amount to review calls, just to review the project manager's walkthroughs and see exactly if they've addressed all the problems for our clients. Yeah. And then I just see the companies that are not going to adapt to AI are probably going to be the companies that are going to just be really slow in growth, and just get lost in the times in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, and there's some serious migration patterns happening in this state of Florida as well, or across the country, that is, moving to the state of Florida. So we've got one graphic from 2023. Todd will throw up that kind of shows that where people moved just a few years ago. In 2023, it was the wealth migration slide. So this one shows where people have moved from and where they moved to. So Florida, obviously, pretty high on the list. 21 billion in new gained more wealth. So you see that happening. That's a big trend. I think that's going to call for more jobs, more real estate deals happening. Of course, Texas following up pretty well. North Carolina, Carolinas there, Tennessee. And then the flip side, people are leaving California, Illinois, New York. It looks like you're kind of your top three. And then I also have a clip here that is recent from Wallet Hub talking about the most taxed states, the top taxed states.
New York topped that list with a tax burden of 12.5%. Hawaii ranks second at 12.3%, followed by Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Alaska had the lowest tax burden at just 5%. Also near the bottom was Tennessee at number 47, Florida at number 46, both with burdens around 6%. So that's half of New York's Red states had average lower tax burdens than blue states, and lower tax states have seen some of the biggest population gains over the past year.
Yeah, so I think you're going to see more of that coming up, and there's going to be more people moving to the state of Florida for a plethora of reasons. But so that's going to be more painting jobs for your company, more flooring jobs for Peach Painting, Peach Flooring. Yep. And we got to take a quick break though. We'll come back here. Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rimes 1 at CQB Show. Our website is consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg, online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com, TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net for all of your surveying needs. Land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back, Consumer Quarterback Show. We got Russell Peach in studio with us. He's the owner of Peach Painting and Peach Flooring, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, he did a great job. His team did a great job on our home, repainted the whole home. We actually flipped the color scheme, and it looks absolutely great. So first-class service, first-class experience, everything with Russell Peach Painting. Greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate the feedback as well.
My pleasure. Absolutely. All right, we always feature our listings on air. We got a couple of hot listings. 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton. This is one of my favorites here. This one's on a corner lot on the Alafaya River, access to the Gulf. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,500 square feet, just under a quarter-acre lot, and you're about 23 minutes to downtown Tampa. That's about 19 minutes the way Todd drives. So, we'll, depending on how fast you drive, just kidding, Todd. 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. This is on the end of a quiet dead-end street. You're on the Alafaya River here. You got wide open views. You got a nice lanai in the back. You have a private dock, covered dock there, 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. Another one of our beautiful listings. We've got about 50 current listings, so you can visit us online and check out our listings, or if you're buying, selling, investing, refinancing, of course, we would love to talk to you, and you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com, platinummvpteam.kw.com. One more for this segment. Let's look at 13451 Hampton Park Court. This one's in Fort Myers, Florida. This is a lovely home. Just hit the market. It's a new listing. It offers pretty much, checks all the boxes, really. It's a 322, 1883 square feet, just under quarter-acre lot. You've got bright open layout with serene lakefront views. You have marble countertops, beautiful flooring there as well, and all the updated appliances, stainless steel appliances, tile flooring, and a great community. Just a short drive to Southwest Florida's stunning beaches. You got Fort Myers Beach right around the corner. 13451 Hampton Park Court, Fort Myers, Florida. Check us out online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb.com. All right, we got Russell Peach in the house, Peach Painting, Peach Flooring, and he is hiring. Anybody out there looking for a job, talk to Russell Peach. You got an event you're throwing for that?
Yeah, so I'm doing a discovery day. So we're actually hiring for 2 different positions, for project consultants, which is also known as a sales representative, and then also for a project manager. So the project manager will be on the back end fulfilling what the sales representative's promises are. Okay. And May 2nd, Saturday at 12 p.m., we're doing a discovery day at the office. It's nothing too crazy, but of course we just want to walk through. Anybody in the community is welcome to come to our office as well. We just want to show a little bit of what we stand for, why we built the business the way that we have, what kind of people that we want representing what we built. And, it's a phenomenal opportunity. Of course, I'm a little biased to say it, but the reason why I've done it all is to be able to give a good opportunity to any of our homeowners in the area, but especially the people that work directly for us.
Yeah.
So it'll just be a discovery day, May 2nd. We're down in Tampa. On Causeway Boulevard. If you look up Peach Painting Tampa on Google, you'll see where our office is.
Yeah, Causeway, that's cool. I've sold some properties on Causeway. That's a nice little business district area. Yeah. And then so you got 2 different types of folks there. You got the sales reps, the more outgoing, the people that are going to be happy to speak to people. Sure. They like to explain things and go through the sales process, educational sales process. And then you've got your back end guy or gal, more of your project manager, a little bit more organized, attention to detail, to keep us sales reps in line, right? Correct,
100%. Yeah, that's exactly the dynamic. And we do have male and female project managers, so it definitely does work either way. But with the training system, proper training system, I mean, really anybody can run the playbooks that we have to be able to train and set somebody up for success. But the category that you just listed of a personality for each style is spot on.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. All right, so we talked about this rescue job. What exactly is a rescue job? What did you do for that homeowner?
So we see it all the time. We actually just it was Monday this week. Client hired us on the spot. She was the home was, I don't want to say torn apart, but there was stuff everywhere. She hired this. It seemed like a larger company. I believe it was a franchise company. And they looked like they knew what they were doing. They had looked like a good brand, or maybe they looked professional. They started on the interior project. She also hired them for the exterior of the project, so she gave a deposit for both. Did the first part of the interior. When they were pulling up the tape from the floors, peeled all the floors.
Oh man.
Yeah. So the job ended up turning to a whole refinishing job. So now, instead of refinishing, it was actually cheaper to replace all the floors. Wow. So then the contractor, MIA, not answering calls, not going to fix it, basically.
Yeah.
So now we see this story so many times. There's so much more risk than some people may think it is to actually bring a contractor into your home. So now we have to come on the fly. We actually have teams working there now, replacing flooring, painting the whole inside of the house. We're going to paint the outside of the house too. But unfortunately, the homeowner's paying a lot more now because she already lost that whole deposit. She wasn't expecting to spend a penny on her floors.
Right.
So that's just one case scenario that we're currently on right now. But we've seen variation of that time and time again.
Yeah, and then they'll just get a burner phone. Those contractors that run from jobs like that, they'll just reorganize at some point and start another LLC.
Yeah, well, that might be the worst case scenario. But some of these guys, they look like they know what they're doing. They may have a brand that they bought into, but they just don't know how to run a business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Russell Peach, always a pleasure catching up, man.
Thanks a lot, Brandon.
Check him out online. He's hiring as well, and check him out and come to his event. All right. Hey, yeah, we had Dominick Rock on the front end as well, and we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.